Well, this weekend we went 1-1, and on Friday, a great performance. I think obviously to walk away with a 6-0 win, to set a new school record for the amount of goals scored. We're obviously very, very proud of that. We had 5 different players score goals, and a bunch of assists came from a bunch of different people. And we were able to score off a corner kick, which has been something that we hadn't done yet this season, even though we've created a lot of corner kicks. So it was really refreshing and rewarding to have Friday happen the way it did. And the girls earned it. They still had to work hard to get those opportunities at goal, and they made the most of them. So that was a good weekend, good start to the weekend. And then on Sunday, obviously disappointing with the loss. And I think the biggest struggle for us was just, getting that final touch on the ball to finish it. We created so many really good opportunities to be able to score, and we just couldn't find a way to get it done. I think we had a little bit of lack of composure in some of those situations, so hopefully we can address that and try to put the players in similar situations and repetitive situations, so that way they can feel more confident and composed when those situations happen. It's hard to predict, just because, I've always said this, there's no bad teams. Anybody could beat you on a given day, and, we knew that we had to come out and play hard, and our goal as a team that we talked about in the pregame meeting was trying to get out on the board early, and we were able to do that. And I think once that happened, I think, things just started to fall in place for us, and, we played good soccer. We moved the ball quickly, we moved the ball well, we got forward, and we limited the amount of shots that they were able to take. So I think it built momentum, and I think, again, going back to Sunday's game, that was the frustrating piece of that, is because early on we had some really good chances and we didn't finish them, and so instead we end up getting scored on, and now we're trying to dig out of a hole, and so we just really have to make more of our opportunities. I think the players, the experience that they have, and we have solid players. We've got great defenders, and I think that their past experiences has lent them well to be able to shut down other teams, and I think that that's a good piece. I think as a unit they're starting, every day I think they're working better together, and they recognize each other's tendencies and what they have to do to cover for each other when things go wrong, and I think they do a great job. And like Cass specifically saving that goal on Sunday, as our goalkeeper had come out, she had to come out of nowhere to try to get on the end of a ball before it went in, and she did. And it's just, she recognized that in that situation what the right thing for her to do was, and she did it. And so, it's just, they just are gelling quite well together. So Cassie, being a freshman, she's stepped in and she has a big role. She's playing outside back for us. We expect her obviously to play strong defense, but also get into the attack. And she's really played both sides of the game quite well. She's very strong, athletic, and she's got a good soccer brain on her. So I think that she's really contributed a lot to our success with that back line, but also with getting into the attack and providing services and combination play with our forwards and our midfielders. So I've been very impressed with how she showed up to preseason, and I think that she's continued to grow and develop over these this first month and a half that we've been together. So she's really, as a freshman, she is playing with a lot of maturity and doing a great job for us. Northwood and Ferris, this will be a hard weekend for us. There's no doubt about it. Ferris is having a really good season. I think they've only got one loss so far. Obviously, anytime you're playing at somebody else's house, there's elements of that make it more difficult. We're going to have to step up, and I have the confidence. Our team plays strong against those tough components. I know that we'll be ready to play for that game. And Northwood is, they are having some wins that they're showing that they can beat teams and good teams, and so we have to make sure that we come ready to play in that game. We've in the past struggled a little bit playing on grass fields, and they're both grass this weekend, so but that we can't not be able to play because of the surface. It's something that we just have to work through and make sure that we're hitting the right pace on the balls and playing the right kind of balls. So I just, again, I think that despite the disappointment from this weekend's loss on Sunday, I really do feel strongly that our team is going in the right direction, and I have a lot of faith and belief in our players and what we're trying to do out there. And I really do think that, even when we're not always able to maybe execute it perfectly, I can see that they're trying to do it, and I can see that we're getting closer. And I think that, it's just it won't be too long until everything kind of just clicks, and I think we're real close.